What's up, desktopers? Xavier Wills here for Desktop Bodybuilding, and we are back for the 2025 Mr Olympia Press Conference. It's coming up right now. Sid Faruqi, I believe it is, who's on the mic. He said it's coming up in a couple of minutes. Sorry, I'm a few minutes late, guys, as well. I did have a few little technical difficulties there. For some reason, it deleted my normal studio on here, so I had to reset up the border and where I am on the screen and all that good stuff. So, anyways, excuse my voice breaking there, but we're going to have a very interesting Olympia press conference because we just had the weigh-ins and the height-ins for the 2025 Classic Physique Olympia, and we're probably going to be able to hear from a few of these guys as well, which I'm excited about because Mike Sommerfeld made height and weight. Do we know what weight that is? No, because he dodged an interview and he said he didn't dodge an interview. He said he came back for one. Maybe we'll see an interview released later on, but it was not the live interview that everyone wanted. And I've got the footage of that as well. So I'll play that on the screen and we can react to that together. And let me know where you guys are coming in from. And this thing all starting or what? I apologize, but I was a little bit late there. I think I started right as you said that. It hasn't started yet, live stream. Yeah, all you're seeing is a trophy so far. This is all you can see on the screen. There's nothing happening as yet. What does this mean? Yeah, I've got a long week, a long few days at least, anyway. But I love it. I love bodybuilding. This is super interesting. Okay, so I think we've got an intro thing. Because Dan Solomon was saying, where are we at with our ticket sales? And it says, we're sold out, I think. And he's like, wait. Okay, so this is all planned. This is Jake Wood's voice now, so this is somewhat of an intro to the press conference. Now, while we're waiting for that, I'm going to play for you guys on the screen what a couple of things. But I'm going to show you Mike Sommerfeld dodging the interview. Iblis is Mike Sommerfeld's alter ego? I don't know who that is. I'm so confused by that. Samson said something fun is going to happen at the press conference. I think he knows someone is going to pose down from the open. Interesting. Okay. Thank you for that, Prometheus. Yes, I'm going to show you Mike dodging the interview. So let me pull up that footage right now. I pulled that footage. Courtesy of Olympia TV. Shout out to them for being transparent in that way. Like, I don't blame necessarily the Olympia here. I don't know whose fault it is exactly, but here is Mike dodging the interview.
Mike.
Hopefully you guys can hear that.
Okay.
Let's make sure it's playing.
All right, he's got his
You guys hear that?
He's looking for somewhere to set off his swag now.
So here he comes over right
Chamber
now.
of Gundy, one of the
Yes,
first over there talking about the men's physique.
Congratulations, just by making here, you set up history.
Mike's got to get some hydration going on because you know he probably struggled to make that weight.
Yeah, I already was going after it pretty hard, so I'd like to hear.
This is when he's getting water.
Yeah, what do you think he was listing at with his height? They're talking it was
This book have been 212
the best
pounds,
in the world.
and he,
So achieve your
and
destiny.
there he goes.
Unfortunately,
And he was out.
The front door. I think he might have decided not to do the interview. So Controversy is going to follow this guy right to the stage. He went to go get some water, but he took a beeline right out the front door.
Yeah,
So the mystery will remain until tomorrow.
and he walked past a bunch of water.
Yeah, you walk past all the water. Matter of fact, Niagara Falls over here. We'll see what happens with Mike tomorrow. But let's wrap it up. Let's say move it.
So you can see there, like he literally walked. He could have. The water was right in front of these guys. He went to go get his own water, and then just quickly ran out. So hopefully, I'm not lagging too bad. Press conference is starting now. Where can we follow it? You can follow it right here. I believe it's behind a paywall. The link is in the description below if you do want to purchase the Olympia pay-per-view as well. I don't know, because they do have some free things on there as well, but I don't know if the press conference is free. That may be a paid feature. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad idea to have the press conference as part of a free version because it hypes the show and would get people buying more of the stream, I think, you know. I won't stream the press conference, but I'm going to highlight it and I will actually show some clips. So I will get some clips while we're discussing it all. So I will get a few clips, but after the fact. So anyway, you saw Mike Sommerfeld there dodging, not dodging. So what we've got on the screen now is still this. Okay, we can see the screen. Okay, so it's not going to be the tiered seating. Let me show you guys what it's going to look like. Okay, so we've got a panel. It seems like a panel of questioners. We've got Dennis James. We've got Tarek Elgindi. I'm going to show you guys the stage. Oh, we've got Fuad Abiad. There's some things. See DJ. Oh yeah, Fuad's there. Seems like we've got 4. Fuad's on the side. They didn't even have enough table room for him. Tarek Elgindi, Fuad, Linda Murray, and Dennis James. You see Jake Wood in the background. Stage looks cool though. I mean, they put a lot of effort into these press conferences compared to when you think of most other sports and how big bodybuilding is in comparison. So yeah, you can't be mad. We've got Bob Ciccarello. It seems like Bob's hosting it. Bob does like the sit-down idea. I like the tiered seating idea more. Seems like Bob's mic isn't working. Oh, now it is. Do you think Mike hit the same height as last year, or did he prepare for a lower weight in advance because he looked really depleted? I reckon he went a weight class down. Unfortunately, I can't just play it live. I would if I could. Yeah, I reckon he went a weight class down because he looked like he was killing himself to get down, but maybe he has to kill himself to get down anyway. This is the setting here for the press conference. Just listen to Bob talk. To be honest, I think things like this, they could make these a little bit shorter. We don't need to have this super, super long, drawn out. What's up, Jasper? Remember, thank Jake Wood, clap. Takes time. Thanking Jim Mannion. Tyler Mannion. So I get they thank all these people, but they thank them at the press conference at the Olympia. I mean, I don't think we need it to be this drawn out at the start. This is where they could save time, I think. Yeah, make it like a 1 minute intro. 90-second. Thank the sponsors quickly. Thank you, my man. Dan Solomon's coming out now. I love how Dan Solomon walks out to Usher. He just called Bob Ciccarelli Robert. Robert. I gotta say, Dan's jacket's pretty nice. I'll take a screenshot of it. Rate Dan's jacket out of 10. Wait, let me show you guys. Dan's jacket. Okay, this is taking a long time now. Oh my god. All right. While they're talking, I'm going to play something for you guys from the athletes meeting. I showed everyone before, you can scroll back on this stream as well, the Mike Sommerfeld dodging the interview. I want to show you guys what Logan Franklin had to say. Because unless there's some news here, I'm not getting anything from this. I know Dan can pump people up a bit, but I think we need to see some action. Oh, not share my screen. Let me share a video file here with you guys. Give me 1 second. Okay, let me show you guys what Logan Franklin had to say about the weigh-ins.
Another question I was going to say, we don't get to see the height and the weight. What was that process like behind the Iron Curtain over there?
I
I don't know. Honestly, I was really hoping that everyone would be able to see the height and weight because there's a bunch of guys that are skeptical. But whatever, if there's people that slip through the cracks, then it's on whomever.
Yeah, you had no issues with it. You had no issues with the weight and height.
There's no controversy with Logan Franklin.
Well, welcome back.
I like Logan. Hopefully you guys could hear that all right. I know the audio on that video was particularly bad. That was not my fault. Dan Solomon talking about how happy his Baru's made it to the US. Yeah, Dan's got that turkey job. Good on him. I mean, nothing wrong with that. Not that I've got it, but still talking. Dan Solomon's talking about the book he's written. Dan's literally promoting his book right now at the press conference. Or Bob mentioned it when he's talking about it. This is what upsets people with the Olympia, that they take a little bit too long. Like Dan, if he cut that in half, if Bob cut in half what he was saying, I think it would be so greatly appreciated. He's welcoming all the panelists again. And Bob making some jokes, saying every table costs a few more dollars. Alright. Yeah, this is... Let's see if we get the Open guys coming out first. I'm just looking forward to Classic, and I'm looking forward to Open. 212, like I love Keon, like a lot of those guys in that division, but I just don't think there's that competitiveness in the 212. So all right. Yeah, no official word on Mike's height or weight, so we're going to have to wait and see. Oh, Phil Heath's coming out. So Phil Heath's still on the... What do you guys think about Phil Heath doing this? They have the most gangster music when he's coming out. All right. There's Phil. Now they're basically interviewing Phil a bit. See, I would like they give all the time to all these other divisions, and we get now at the press conference we get more snippets of the Open, and the guys just have to sort of wait around. I mean, like, why do we have to drag it out? And now Phil's saying, "How you guys doing?" and trying to pump up the crowd. I appreciate what Phil's doing, but it's the way this is set up. It's just too... All right, now there's some music playing. Flex Lewis is coming out now. Love Flex. Okay, so Flex Lewis is going to be one of the guys interviewing. I like that. I think Flex will be brilliant at this because I think most people love Flex. So shout out to Flex. All right, so a few of you guys' questions as well along the way. Oh, just went a little low res. Apologies, guys, on that screen capture. Yeah, good idea bringing Flex in. I don't think Phil will be shy about asking questions, so. Oh, we got C-Bum. Big old intros. I mean, you have to talk to C-Bum, obviously. People are going to be there to talk to him. Chris still looks healthy. All right. Let's see what you guys are saying. Man, the comments on Mike Sommerfeld are savagery. Like, they are savage. This chitter chatter is driving me insane. It's taking so long. Yeah, Phil still looks great. I think he trained for this. He knew he was going to wear a singlet on stage. He looks, I'd say, more muscular than he looked at certain stages during his retirement. That's for sure. This is quite a cool panel, but this is I don't think what people expect when they come to something like this. This is basically an interview now. So yeah, basically it's Phil talking about his career. Donald Pump, I combined 2 channels so I don't miss the chat here at Xavier's. Ah, thank you, my man. Much appreciated. What are they saying about Mike? Well, this press conference hasn't really started. So what the word about Mike is, he made weight. There are some crazy things. Let me show you while they interview Phil Heath here. Okay, so Mike, he dodged an interview post the thing. He said he came back. He said he went and got water and then came back and did the interview. But apparently there's water right in front of where the interviewers were. He's like, he missed all the water. So that's what Sean Ray said and Chris Cormier. But there was some photos that came out as well. There's some stuff from TNF on IG. And he got some text messages saying that they were hiding. This is all allegedly, obviously, by the way. Said they were re-hiding, or they were kept adjusting the height on Mike's head. So he got some text from people there, and then he said, oh, unless it's just some sort of, unless it's just some sort of mass conspiracy, then he sort of believes that Mike was re-hided several times, but Mike is coming out saying he was only hided once, and that was it. So yep, BT Dusty, I saw this as well. Sommerfeld and De Bull are in the same height range. Not necessarily the exact same height, but if Sommerfeld was the same height as he was in previous shows, that's the same height as De Bull. I think I've got that photo as well. Mike seems like a cranky dude. He does seem a little cranky. This is a surprise. Like, they should give us like a schedule for the press conference. Just an order. Like, okay, at this time we're going to have the legends, like intro, legends that they're going to talk to, and then they should say, okay, then we've got this group of divisions, this group of divisions, this group of divisions, or something. So people don't and then they can take their time with it, and people can just check in and check out as they so please. We can share the schedule. It wouldn't make any difference, And I love these guys. Flex Lewis, if I was him, I'd be doing this exact same thing and speaking about his career and stuff, but that's what people are here for right now. Now, if they said, hey, we're going to have the legends and interviews and whatnot, everyone would be sweet. And I mean, if I was one of these guys, I'd agree to do this as well. You're helping out the Olympia, you think, and you think it's going to be interesting. But if it's marketed as the press conference, it's very difficult to fans to sit there and be engaged. It's like when you click on a YouTube video and it's not what you expected. It's pure clickbait. It's not even correct. You click on it and the actual watch time won't be very high. But when you're in the audience there, you're going to sit there instead of clicking off, and people have low attention spans now, they're going to just get annoyed. So I don't think it's very smart to drag these things out in this way. But anyhow, so I've showed you guys Logan Franklin's interview and how he said, wanted transparency and all that sort of stuff. Who else can I show you? I've got some other video here as well. Keon spoke about going to the Open, because he's obviously doing that Prague show, the EVLS Prague. And he said, basically it's, like it's not permanent, but I think that he'll do that show, see how good he is, and then go, okay, yeah, the money's in the Open, the notoriety's in the Open. People will be so excited for him to go to the Open. So even if he gets 5th in the Open next year's Olympia. There'll be such hype and like, oh, what can he do with another year, you know? Hey, I say buy the stream and watch here, but, you know, if you're going to pick one, no. I'm obviously watching the stream, so I'm getting this info through the stream, so I cannot hate on it whatsoever. Chris Bumstead's about to discuss things now. See if we can get some comeback talk. Then that might be interesting, you know? Imagine if he announces it now, you know? I'll say the audio is good on this now. The audio is good. Also, no. They said most likely they'll actually height people each time now. So we've gone back on your height for your career. So the same problem now where guys are not going to know what we're going to be heighted show to show. We're going to be stretching out, and we're going back to that whole thing. So, yeah. Ridiculous. Like, yeah. It sounds like not showing all the stuff. Like, not showing it is probably lawyers' advice, you know? I'm just going to listen to C-Bum here a little bit. Bumstead got nothing else going on. C-Bum's cool. How can you not like C-Bum? He's speaking in past tense, though. He said the impact that bodybuilding had on my life. Not has. I'll put some light background noise music for a while. I'm just listening to this stuff. To be honest, it sucks because being in my sort of line of things, I listen for sound bites. So I'm like, he's going to mention a comeback. Can I make a new story off it? All right. C-Bum's just talking about his career. Getting deep. Interesting, but... Bob, you've got to ask him a question. Is he going to come back next year? Bob's normally good for that. Give Bob his flowers. He normally will ask that question. They're going back to Phil. We're not going to start this press conference, I don't think, until an hour after the scheduled start. Because think about other sports, they don't do a press conference and then bring out 3 legends at the start and they just talk and the press wait there. Because this isn't really just a straight out press conference. It's a... What would you call it? You would call it a... You call it, it's more of a show, really. It's like a press conference per se, but it's not just the press there. It's more of a fan event, actually, you know? It's interesting. They look like some comfortable chairs. So at least don't have these guys up on stools or whatever they had last year. So got some comfy chairs. It's almost like the setup that Bob had at the Arnold Classic when he was he's doing those interviews with everyone. Yeah, I'm gonna have some clips and stuff coming up, but nothing as yet, as nothing interesting has been said yet. So I will have some clips that I'll have go up after the actual live part. Bob is pairing blue jeans with a velvet jacket of sorts. Yeah, he is. That he is. Just stating facts. Vito is going to bring the heat, son. I think while we're waiting on this, I think I'm going to go to some physique updates. Or is there anything really interesting that I can share? Some video stuff. Let me have a look. I do have some videos from the athletes meeting. Oh, I want to show you guys this. I want to show you guys this.
And this is Mike the Badass, your classic physique competitor for the Olympia 2025. If you haven't buy the pay-per-view, get them now. It's going to be the best Olympia you have seen so far. All the first spots are widely open. We're going to fight. See you there.
Now look at the comments here. Well, the first comment is, Mike, if you win, it'll be an unfair victory. This championship cannot be serious. I just made a little video of this, so. Where is the footage? 3 centimeters of wig plus 3 centimeters of orthopedic socks. Is that okay? Lol, maybe. I think some of these are translated too. This one's translated. He had to make 3 measurements and then he succeeded. How do you explain that? Lack of transparency with the event. So people are like really not happy here. The memes. The memes are outrageous, like the Marge Simpson. That's a few there. Someone upset back at him. Bro, stop crying. You ugly. This is translated. Everyone wanted him to do the measurement again, so it was done. And if it was to make the... I'm not sure what that word is. Didn't translate properly. Because they were going to make him repeat it 3 times. I'm not sure. But yeah, most people are sort of upset by Mike Sommerfeld making the weight. Yeah, or making the height. Jimmy George says, feel bad for Mike. It's not his fault. Yeah, but he's public enemy number 1. You ugly is a good translation. He had to lose, what, 6 pounds? It was 8 pounds for the next height class down, if that's what he did. So, but as you can see, just people savaged Mike in the comments. Where is the footage of a weigh-in and height measurements for the public? Phil's still speaking. This is crazy they're not starting this press conference, but anyway, yeah, you can see a ton of comments there. People are not happy. And I get it. I get it, and it draws you more. It makes Mike the enemy. I mean, like, Mike has every reason, even though he's made weight, he has every reason to be pissed off. And there are guys that are now been disqualified. Eric Wildberger. Michael DeBull somehow lost 7 pounds. 7 pounds in, what was it, an hour or so? He went and had a sauna. I don't want to suggest that maybe he took something to lose that weight as well, but it made it a dangerous prospect for a lot of guys who probably pushed down a whole weight class in the last 5 days. It's, yeah, playing with fire. This whole Olympia has been wild already, so anyway. But I hope this thing doesn't go for too much longer. Also, if you are joining, like the stream, it'd be much appreciated. Yeah, this is going a long time. Phil's still talking. Organisation doesn't want to admit that last year his height and weight doesn't match this year's. Metal Men wore a wig to make... can you send me that, BT Dusty? Todd? Yeah, this isn't my real hair either. Yeah, I can't say I disagree with you guys. It's rough. Especially for those guys that have been disqualified, that have been measured lower. Tony in the lineup? Yeah, Tonio is in the lineup. Tonio looks phenomenal. From everything I've seen, Tonio looks phenomenal. That's one thing. I'm telling you guys, Mike will be off. Losing that weight and severely depleted, he won't be the Mike we saw last year. Sorry, I just had to sneeze, man. Apologies. Decided to mute myself. Yeah, I've got Tonio top 10. I've got him actually, I think, top 8 in my predictions. Top 8 or top 9? I can't quite remember. But yeah, I've got Tonio doing actually very, very well. I don't think he was... I think Baruz deserved to beat him in Dubai, but I think that Tonio should have been second behind him and Bonac third. But Bonac got the nod in that one. Maybe I should have held off on the live until this press conference actually started. And we're going to have these other divisions, I assume, intertwined as well. I'm going to look up to see more information on the Classic Physique. If there's any more news on the Classic Physique situation. Let me just share. So you can see there's Mike Sommerfeld and Ramon Dino. It seems like they're backstage at this press conference. So they're getting on all right. Ramon looks so weird with that facial hair. I'm still taking it in. He looks like some sort of a, like, I don't know, character or something. But both guys look incredibly depleted. I reckon they had a rough last week. They need to at least let Open go first for making us wait so long. Yeah. I hope so. To be honest, they should have the Olympia like they used to. No offense to the other divisions, have the top 5. If you don't want to tell us which one's going to be on, I mean, you can make them all 15 minutes and then leave an hour and 15 or something for the Open. I liked the tiered seating. I liked all the back and forth, the questions. Maybe have some videos from interviews they did leading up to the show, or interviews they did with the Olympia the day prior or something on a media day, and then put it up on the big screen at the press conference. They've got these huge screens behind them. If they don't take advantage and put any sort of audio and video up with that, I think they're freaking crazy. Like, honestly, if they don't do that, to me, that's crazy. But let's have a look to see if there's any more information on who was knocked out. Terrence on the weigh-ins. I don't know if you guys will be able to hear that. Let me listen to what he's going to say. Oh, let's play that loud.
People just died waiting for the announcements. Yeah. Like, it was just chaos out here. Yeah, I wish they would. I wish they would have announced. I think that's pretty fun, you know, for them to announce the height and weight. It makes the show better.
I heard about. You heard about quite a few people miss weight as well. I heard about 10.
They keep it a secret. So like,
Okay.
and then so I have no idea. Everyone, they still get everything, and like, I heard it once people. I came out here, but in there, it's very like, I don't know.
Well, the main thing is you've made weight, your wife's made weight, Dio's made weight, and now we go into Saturday box office.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Still believe you?
That's crazy. So yeah, it's all hush hush in there, and then people are talking about it out there. It's shifty as shit. It's not good. Yeah, Michael de Bull apparently lost 7 pounds. Okay, we've got the men coming out now. Brandon Curry's coming out. Okay, let's go. We've got some shit happening now. So yeah, Terence Ruffin, pretty scathing of that. I don't know if you guys heard that properly, but yeah. Yeah, they did this the other year too. It's like, what? Who are the DJs doing this? They just play the music over like champions talking. It's like they put too much stuff in and then just go, oh, this is too much shit. Like, I'm a bit confused. Oh, I've got to stop sharing this because otherwise it will show my... I was about to pull up the stream. Let me pull up these photos. Where's... Sorry, 1 second, guys. Okay, Derek Lunsford's coming out now. We've got Hadi Choopan out. Okay, it's going to get interesting. We get the top guys out. So they are putting the open on first. Okay, now let me just share my screen. Sorry, apologies, guys. Got Samson coming out. I wish they were on a podium, because when they're right next to each other in chairs like this and all comfy, I think they're less likely to talk shit. If they're on a podium, they're looking across at each other, and it's like, yeah, fuck you, fuck you. It's more fun. They're all wearing the same thing, so they've all got the Olympia jackets on. Samson's getting a huge intro. As he should be, Mr. Olympia. You got a huge cheer. Okay, let's get these guys talking. Let's get these guys talking. All right. So, okay, the legends are going off the stage. Now we've got the big dogs. No Nick Walker, though. So we've got Brandon Curry. So we've got all the Mr. Olympias. If they don't bring Nick Walker out of these guys, that is a missed opportunity. Brandon Curry looks the most chilled out of everyone. Show you guys. I think they'll bring out Nick Walker next. They have to. Samson's talking now. They're talking about him putting the title on the line, doing the Arnold. So I thought it was going to be the legends actually interviewing these guys, which I would have liked to have seen, you know, Phil and Flex. Flex would have been great doing it. And then C-Bum. What? Hardy's up there and he has his translator behind him. So I think he's translating some of what's being said. They're talking to Derek now. Hasn't got spicy yet. And now Derek's right next to Samson too, so I don't know if they'll go at each other, you know what I mean? So nothing crazy's been said yet. The dude in the white t-shirt is the translator for Hadi. He looks like he's just chilling, right? Like. Alright, so Derek's talking at the moment. Nothing crazy has been said yet. I'm waiting to get something to share with you guys. He said, Derek said, "This is Mr. Olympia. This is where history is made, and I'm here to make history." About to interview Hadi now. Through a translator too, so it takes a little longer. Hardy looks svelte. So they're just doing me interpreting now. So far, this press conference has been boring. Unfortunately. But I heard there's going to be something crazy happening. Someone said that right in the chat. I'm not imagining that. Understand. What's up, Sko Gotti? What's up, my friends? Snooze Fest 2025, yeah. So far. They should have a Google Translate that goes straight into Hardy's ear. They should have this at like press conferences for celebrities. Sports stars. You'd want to trust your translator too. It's so hard as well to get quotes from people that don't speak English because you don't know how they're saying it exactly. Oh shit. Let's put music on. I think the press conference is behind a paywall. You can click the link in the description. That's what we need. So Hadi said he hopes politics goes away from his sport and that more people from Iran can compete. Nothing too much of interest yet from the 2025 press conference, but we shall see. So talking to Brandon Curry now. Oh, they've got a... This press conference needs a revamp. Okay, so good information. The press conference is apparently free. You just have to sign up to Olympia TV. Thank you very much. Yeah, so far this is boring as shit, this press conference. It's not the athlete's fault either. Yeah, I suppose obviously making money. That's a reason. And look, the Arnold are very, very good for putting this out for free. Brandon says he's trying to come in better than the Arnold. Or he thinks he's bringing a package better than the Arnold, which got him 4th place as well. So I think Brandon's going to be in the top 10. Brandon believes he can get another Olympia. Brandon says he wants people to look at him and go, oh, okay, he's not done. So Brandon sounds pretty confident of what he's bringing. They're talking about Samson guest posing now. Okay, now we're getting to some more interesting questions. Oh, okay, Samson spiced it up then. He said, what has Derek got to do to beat you? And he said, right now, there's nothing he can do. Now Derek's about to respond. Derek's mic didn't work and everyone laughed, so Samson had to give it to him. Okay, Derek's response. Okay, Derek's response was fine. They're going to some of these, the panel down front now. Linda Murray. Oh, need my other headphone. What's Linda asking? They needed to bring Nick Walker out of this group. Oh, apparently this stream isn't free on Olympia TV. Unfortunately. Has anyone mentioned bringing the best package yet? Dennis James about to ask a question for Hadi. Mike made weight. Whatever that means. Let me ask who you guys think is going to win the 2025 Olympia. Sorry guys about coughing. Let me pause that. Oh yeah, Bob Chick's going to be interviewing Nick. That'll be good. That'll be good. Let me ask you guys who you think is going to win the 2025 Mr. Olympia. Samson Dauda, Nick Walker, Hadi Choopan, and Derek Lunsford. Ooh, I'm cooking here. Okay, so how they... So they're seriously getting these four guys off stage now. Samson, Nick Walker, Hadi, and Brandon. They're getting them off stage. So what are we done with the top guys? Martin Fitzwater's coming out now. Oh man, I feel they cooked this press conference. Oh my god. I'm gonna have to have some like lemon tea or something. Honey in it. So, okay, we've got Martin and Andrew in the same one. These guys are friends now, though. They're friendly. They've trained together. So, Martin and Andrew jacked. Okay. I apologize for your eardrum. I'll mute myself next time. So who do you guys have winning the Olympia? Okay, so they've got on stage now Martin Fitzwater, Andrew Jacked, Beirut Tabani. Oars. Aussie Gaming. Nick, let's go. The best man, I hope. Okay, so who's this now? Yeah, Nick Walker's coming out now. Okay, maybe we'll get some shit talk here between Nick Walker and Martin. Nick Walker and Martin, and then sometimes Andrew Jack might say something interesting, you know. There's Urs. Nick's got one couch all to himself. I'll show some clips if much interesting is said, but the top group of guys wasn't that interesting. Fuad didn't get to ask any of the top guys questions. Fuad's about to ask Nick a question. Nick said, "Hi Fuad, you look lovely." Fuad says, "How does it feel to shake the hand of a man who said you were going to be..." Well, Fuad said 7th, and then he said, Nick says 8th. Okay, Nick's good. He said, "Do you know what I think? Who the hell is that guy?" Look at you, Nick is. Nick's giving Bob shit. Okay, this is good. This is what we needed. Okay, we're getting into the Bob Nick stuff. Okay, we're getting into it. Bob asked, "Is there anyone you would want to be announced? Would you want anyone else to announce you as the winner rather than Bob?" And he's like, "No, Bob, I'd want you every time." Okay, Bob's talking to Nick. Bob says he's still waiting for his Who the F is Bob shirt. Nick wants that Olympia. We're talking to Martin now. When Martin's talking, or when he's about to talk, he's like fidgeting his feet tons. I just don't want him to do it because it makes him look more nervous. Martin says he's pissed off, and he said a pissed off Martin is dangerous. He says he promises if they nail it, he'll see the best bodybuilder in a while. My top 5? Tarek's asking a question now to Beirut. Tarek's asking if Beirut expects to be in the top 5. I'm going to put up a clip of Nick Walker shortly as well. We can react to it. Okay, Beirut is just getting fed the question, asking if he thinks he'd be in the top 5 and everything. Hey, speaking in English. Oh, that's cute. Beirut just says, today is the best day of my life. Why does this press conference look like it's in like a airplane hangar? Beirut seems like such a nice guy. He's like, he spoke pretty good English, I gotta be honest. It was a little slow and stuff, but yeah, shout out Beirut. Beirut is speaking English. Thank God for Nick. Thank God for Nick. We're asking Beirut another question. I don't know if Beirut would want to answer another question. Okay, Beirut is not speaking this part in English. But yeah, good effort for him doing that. I'll get you guys that clip of Nick Walker. It was pretty funny. Let me find Nick Walker's bit. 1 second, guys. 1 second, guys. Oh, shit. Alright, I'll show you guys a little clip at least. Urs is talking now. Everyone loves Urs. Change that image up there for you. DJ's asking Urs questions. Alright, I'm just sending myself that little clip of Nick there. Alright, Urs is a force to be reckoned with, especially in a few more years. Yeah, I agree. In a few more years, he's going to be a force. Like, even now, I mean, he's a... I bet Urs is glad he's not doing Classic this year. Gonna re-hide again. Alright. I'll show you one of these clips soon, guys. Show you a short clip. You can purchase the stream as well. I encourage you to do so. I'll just give you a little teaser, just to show you guys what it's like. So there's Nick Walker. I won't be able to actually hear what's coming out of this, alright? Wait, turn it right down.
You look lovely.
Thank you. So do you, Nick. I like your shaved head. How does it feel to shake the hand of a man who said you're going to be 7?
What did you say? One more time?
How does it feel to
I'll
shake
show
the
you a
hand
very short clip of this.
of a man who said you were going to be 7?
8.
8? Oh, that's even worse.
Let's just make sure we got the right information here.
What do I think? Who the hell is that guy?
There you go, guys. That's Nick Walker. I will have some clips most likely after this. You gotta ask if you can beat Nick Walker. He said it is open bodybuilding. It's man versus man, blood versus blood. My jeez, he just asked if you could beat him. Nick just said Nick Walker will be Mr. Olympia Saturday night. Okay, so if that is all we're seeing from the top open, guys, that is the worst press conference that I've ever seen. By far. Horrible format. Nick and Bob got a photo together at the end. I want to see who suggested this, because I've got it playing on two things. Bob's talking, and he said, oh, he points forward. Bob wanted the photo up. Now we've got bikini on. Honestly, if it wasn't for Classic, I'd be scrapping this right now. I'm even thinking of scrapping this live now and finishing it and waiting for highlights and just plugging that into a bodybuilding news video. Bob begged for a pic. Oh yeah, I'll show you that, guys, that picture as well. Bob and Nick. we got the women out now. Yeah, men's physique. Men's physique might be interesting, actually. Yeah, good point. Good point. So we've got 3 bikini girls out, and we've got 2 wellness girls. Okay, so I wonder if these South American girls will need translators too. That must be it for the top guys. I can't believe that was the press conference. I'm very intrigued to see what people think of that press conference. So far, unless the classic and the men's physique spice it up, this has been a disaster of a press conference. The panel they had down there hardly asked the top guys any questions. I don't get it. It's just... Luke said Martin was anxious as fuck, and then he says that hurt to watch someone with bad anxiety and fear of public speaking. Yeah, I feel you, man. Martin's a good dude. He shouldn't have to worry. He's he should be confident and everything like that. But you know, being 100% confident versus, you know, like Martin's hyped up. Like I get that anxious energy too, man. Like I'm comfortable on this because I've been doing it for a long time. But certain other things you get put into, and you just get that rush of anxiety, and once you snowball, you can't stop snowballing. So yeah, I definitely sympathize. That's for sure. How dare they have them sit down? Laura Lee Chapados speaking now. She's the current Bikini Olympia champion. Interviewed Laura Lee before. Sounds like, it looks like Laura Lee's singing there. BK Man says Laura Lee so fine. Yeah, they put seats on stage for everyone, so I split it up. That's the point. They could have fit. There was 9 guys. There's 8 seats. Put one more seat out there and bring out the top 9 all together, and Nick Walker can talk shit with the top guys. You could have got back and forth going there, but Nick Walker doesn't want to. Nick Walker doesn't want to be bothered with anyone else outside of Samson, Derek, or Hadi. Nick doesn't care. He would laugh at anyone else. They dropped the ball so hard. I feel like the Olympia is all for inclusivity and it all has to be even Stevens and all that sort of stuff. I'm like, well, pay everyone the same then. Mike must be studied. 7 centimeter increase after 22 years. Revolution in science. Yeah. A marvel, you might say. A medical marvel. I think by 2030, Mike's going to be in the NBA. If he refines his skills and gets that jump shot down, he's going to get a $30 million contract. Yeah, the press conference wasn't good. Having Brandon in that group instead of Nick was a mistake. Yeah. Yep. Urs is effing phenomenal on a mic. That guy can be the next Arnold, as in when he retires, he'd be a great face for bodybuilding. You know what? I have said this a while back. Urs is the next big thing in bodybuilding. He speaks so phenomenally. Absolutely amazing. So they're not even using a translator for the Portuguese. They're just doing part of a press conference in Portuguese. This is crazy, this press conference to me. Yeah, Vigorous Steve. Well, they do have Dennis James. But yeah, hosting it on stage, I agree. Dennis James would be my favourite choice for this. I think he's the best for it. Dennis and Fuad would be great. Dennis and a bunch of people would be great. Dennis and Flex Lewis, would love to see that. Dennis and, or yeah, just I don't know. I thought I was going to have C-Bum do it with Phil, Bob, and Flex, but they just did it like a sit-down interview chat. They're speaking to Maureen Blankisco now. Shout out to Maureen. And these girls, like, even though I say, like, you know, just a lot of people aren't interested as much in what the women are saying, because most people are here and most people tune into the Olympia for the open man, for the classic, just on percentages and the numbers, you know. So I think they should not split it out, because why are they trying to keep people there, you know? You can put, yeah, I suppose just at least let people know when stuff's going to be on. Yeah. They've both been wellness. I think they're both South American as well. I'm 99% sure on that. That vitriol between Nick and Bob was palpable. Vigorous Steve, shout out my man, says, yeah, Dennis and Fuad are a great duo. Too bad Bob and Sean are still clinging on their jobs like a bulldog. You know what? I don't mind Bob, but what killed me a little bit was just all the talk at the start and the interviews at the start. I mean, we started that press conference. It started with open men, but it started after 58 minutes, I think it was, 57 minutes after the start time, because they did, you know, it always starts 5-10 minutes late, which is fine. Okay, we've got Classic on now. Classic is coming out right now. Ramon's coming out as we speak. Are we going to get Mike Sommerfeld? Yeah, we've got Mike Sommerfeld coming out. This is what we've been waiting for. Okay. Got to drag it out so people feel like they get their money's worth. The entire Olympia is actually 1.5 hours long. Yeah. Mike Sommerfeld coming out now. Okay, so we've just got two classic guys coming out. It's just Mike Sommerfeld and Ramon Dino. You know what? They were there so much. Like, I saw... Oh, sorry, guys. I saw a photo of them backstage. They did not need to have these guys back there, the classic guys, that long ago. And I feel like there should be things sent out in advance, like, hey, classic guys are on at this time. Get there at this time at the very latest. So then, if you're not there at that time, you call them. Like the top guys. And where the F is Sid? Sid's announcing these guys as they come out. Sid's announcing them, so, which is good. Yeah, this is no discredit to anyone doing it. Just this setup it sucks. Like, how illogical is it to not put Nick Walker with the top guys when he comes out there? Nick was the most entertaining. Nothing much exciting's happened at this press conference. Vigorous Steve says, I had a gold VIP ticket last year, only watched Open and Classic. Shooting the shit in the lobby was more fun than the actual show. Yeah, I saw you last year, Steve. You were everywhere. You were everywhere, man. I saw you in the background of people's photos in the lobby and all that sort of stuff. Okay, Clarita gets the first question. But Mike is out there and Ramon is out there. I was hoping Fuad would ask the hard question. Let's get Dennis James to ask. I don't think Dennis James will ask Mike the hard question either because of the weight, because Dennis is German. We got Keon out there as well. Keon looks phenomenal. Steve says, oh yeah, got to photobomb these dudes. Seriously, I saw more of Vigorous Steve in Dragon's Lair Gym, in the... I saw you in the background, I think, of some like wrap-up videos. I was just like, I keep seeing Vigorous Steve everywhere. Yeah, that's cool. Keon's saying he's here to represent that division only. So he's trying to hype that division. Okay, we're getting a classic question. Yeah, he's asking Mike the hard question. Yeah, Dennis is asking the hard question. My man. Let's wait for this one. Oh, this is interesting. I want to know his weight. Said he made weight. What was that weight? What was the height? Bob, ask for height. Ask for height. Dennis. Dennis is asking, can we ask? Mike's out. Dennis is asking. Oh, he went down a height class. And then Mike says he's going to be 5'9" next show. So he did go down. So he measured less. And then he said he's going to be 5'9" next show. So he's going to do it. And people laughed, but I think he was dead serious. Okay, so he said he went down 14 pounds, but he had to go 8 pounds under what he would have been normally. So that doesn't tell me that Mike Sommerfeld is going to be his very best. I mean, that's really dangerous, to be honest. So Mike went down knowing that he would have had to weigh less. So Mike went down to 204, so that means he's above 5'8". He measured in as above 5'8", so 5'8 and a quarter or more. So how did he measure? Yeah, he lost 14 pounds in a week. Yeah, Mike has that vampire's disease, yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mike is coming in lighter. I can only imagine he's going to suffer a bit. Linda Murray is asking the longest question and Tarek has to translate it. Keeps trying to grab it off the microphone. Yeah, I don't think that I'm going to predict him to win, but I don't know. Yeah, you see this? So Logan should have won the Arnold. Tut tut. And BT Dusty, going back to your super chat, my man, thank you so much for that. I don't know if I featured that actually, to be honest. It says, I'm hoping for some real drama this year. Tired of that old format. Mike 100% is getting special treatment. By the way, they have Mike and the Bull the same height. Well, now they actually don't, because Mike says he was down in weight. Yeah, I mean, he would have had to drop 6 pounds, Steve, but he had to drop 14. Which is rough. Yeah, Lender's not the best at asking questions on this. He's above 5'8". That's the official. He's above 5'8". I want to know how tall Bob is there. I want to know how tall Bob is. Bob is way taller. I just started playing music over the top of someone answering. They did this another year too. Like, who's doing this? The DJs is like, yeah, hit it. Bob is 6 foot, I think. Okay, well maybe he is over 5'8". I don't think Bob Chicarello is 6 foot. I'm looking at what shoes Mike has on. We've all got like the same sort of shoes on. Did they bring Mike out next to Sean Clarita because... Oh, I wanted to see him out there more. Oh. Can I go back on this or no? No, I probably can't. I can't scroll back on the timeline either. Let's see if I can go back a little bit on this stream. See, that's one thing. You can't scroll back on this stream at all. Yeah, and we've got the women's stuff on now. So we've done the 212, we've done the classic. And no offense, I'm going to wrap it up because... yeah. Why would he have to drop 14 pounds though? Yeah, if Mike thought he was going to be over 5'9", he wouldn't have tried to drop that much weight. He knew he wasn't going to be over 5'9", and that's a problem. Vigorous Steve, thank you, man, for waiting up to 4 a.m. I'm sorry it wasn't a more exciting press conference, but we did get an answer from Mike Sommerfeld. Mike's got platform Crocs on. Down that one class, he goes from 212 to 204. So really, he had to get an extra 8 pounds than he thought he would have to. So yeah, his coach killed him because he's like, he would have said, yeah, we're not making it. The sun is almost coming up for Xavier. It is up, my friend. It is up. It is 7:52 a.m. It is freaking up. I am wrecked, but I'm going to keep going. I'm going to put out a bodybuilding news video, guys, and I'm going to have that, my Olympia predictions, and then I'll be going live tomorrow. Morning, night, probably live for all of them. And then I'm also going to be doing like videos in between as well. So I'm going to be wrecked at the end of this weekend, but it's going to be a great weekend. And I've got a bodybuilding news video coming up for you guys. So when you wake up, Steve, get around it. See you tomorrow, my man. Thank you so much. I appreciate you tuning in and commenting as well. BT Dusty as well. I believe the MVP of the chat as well. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Maybe next time will be a little bit more spicy of a press conference, but I think we need to change up the format. But anyway, guys, thank you so much. I will go to let me quickly go to where you guys, the poll. So who will win the 2025 Mr. Olympia? We've got 40% of you guys going with Samson Dauda, 41%, sorry. 669 votes, 41% with Samson Dauda, 31% with Nick Walker, 22% with Hadi Choopan, and only 6% with Derek Lunsford. Wow. I'm going to screenshot that. I might put that on my story. Perfect. I'll put that on my story anyway. Thank you guys so much. Subscribe to Desktop Bodybuilding. We will be back tomorrow. Yeah, and I'm going to have more videos later. So subscribe, click the notification bell button. That way you'll be notified when I do go live. Much appreciated, guys. Thank you so much. You're all awesome. Much love. Oh, wait, I'm on the wrong page to cancel it, to end it. See you guys.